back to my channel. Today I have a super exciting video for you guys. Today I am sitting down at my vanity. I'm going to put on some makeup, get ready for girls' night, and talk to you guys about nursing school. Over on my Instagram, at Emma the Future Nurse, I asked you guys a few days ago what types of content you wanted to see from me. I had asked if you wanted to see some type of nursing school video or if you wanted to see some type of makeup video, because for those of you that know me, you know that I love all things makeup and all things beauty. A few of you guys actually suggested the idea of doing like a chit chat, get ready with me video while talking about nursing school. So that's exactly what I'm going to do today. I'm super excited for this video because it's combining two things that I love, makeup and beauty, and also nursing school. But as far as the makeup goes, if you're interested in any of the products that I'm using, I'm going to list them all in the description box down below. So make sure you check that out. Also, a lot of the products that I'm using are new because I have been on a makeup shopping fiasco lately, so I've been trying out a lot of new stuff and I'm super excited to finally get to play with it. So for those of you that don't know me, hi, my name is Emma. I'm a 24-year-old nursing student. I attend Chamberlain University and I'm a senior this year, so I will be graduating, I want to say in like November or December. Chamberlain is an accelerated nursing program, so I have been doing 8-week classes since 2019. So I just took my PEDS ATI CMS today. Chamberlain recently changed the grading scale for ATI, so now everything goes to core instead of supplemental. So it greatly impacts our grade. This isn't my first go around in nursing school. For those of you guys that do know me, I've talked about my previous nursing school experience on my Instagram. So I started nursing school officially, the first go around, in the fall of 2017. And I was so excited. I met one of my really good friends in that nursing school program, and she actually went to Chamberlain with me, but we started at different times. But anyways, so that program was an ADM program, and it really wasn't organized the best. They had a horrible NCLEX pass rate and it just wasn't promising. They were going through accreditation issues and then they finally figured those out and then they are accredited, but just to like potentially know that you could graduate school and lose their accreditation and then you graduate and your degree means literally nothing. So that was scary. So I also was 21 when I started, and I really didn't have the best mentality going into it because I just turned 21. And not that that's an excuse or anything, but I do think that played into me switching to Chamberlain 100%. So I took a year off from school. One, I was super upset with the program, and also I wasn't doing as well as I had thought. I didn't like how the program was organized. I love how Chamberlain's program is organized because I feel like everything builds on top of each other, whereas at this school I was going to previously, they just threw all this information to you all at once. Like, I'll always remember on my first day of nursing school, my professor was like, look to your left, look to your right. The people on either side aren't going to be here. Good luck, basically. That was really nice, and that was like my first exposure to the nursing profession. I hear this term, nurses eat their young, and that was exactly it. I had to retake chemistry and microbiology, which sucked. And I feel like on my Instagram, I get asked so much about all these nursing school prereqs, and it's really hard for me to like pinpoint like, oh, I did this and this helped me be successful in the program, because honestly those classes are tough and everybody learns a specific way. Like, what worked for me may not necessarily work for you. But I do remember watching a lot of YouTube videos and that helped a lot. I'm a visual learner and I also learn by listening too. So YouTube was a great resource for me for microbiology, chemistry, and even anatomy and physiology. So I would 100% recommend that for those of you that are struggling in those classes. My favorite class in nursing school, I get this question asked all the time, was probably patho and health assessment. And I did really good in health assessment. And I think it's because my teacher was amazing and how she set the course up. She's like, this is what you need to know for this class. She's like, we're teaching you the normals of everything. And she's like, all these disease processes are based off of the abnormals. She's like, you need to know the abnormals, but know the normals That way, when you see something abnormal, you're like, oh, that's abnormal. I need to assess this further and document on it. I love how Chamberlain is broken down because it just makes so much sense, and I don't understand why other nursing schools aren't broken down like this. Chamberlain, we start off with pathophysiology, and then you move on to fundamentals and health assessment, and everything is building on top of each other. So when you're done with fundamentals, you're taking pharmacology, and it makes sense because after pharm, you're going into your med surg where you primarily see a lot of these medications. When I was in my previous nursing school program, they were like, okay, we're going to learn diabetes. We're going to learn the pathophysiology of diabetes. We're going to learn what you do fundamentally. We're going to learn the pharm behind it, and we're going to learn everything all at once. And I was so confused, and I just don't learn like that. I also work as a nursing assistant at a hospital, and I absolutely love that it's a med surg floor, which I don't understand why med surg nurses get such a bad rap. Like, I feel like I see so much on Instagram, and within that, like, nursing community on Instagram, everybody's like, oh, don't start off on med surg, specialize. I feel like when you're starting off in the nursing profession, this is just my personal opinion, and I'm probably gonna get some flack for saying this, but this is just my opinion. I feel like when you're a new nurse, it's important for you to fine-tune all of your nursing fundamental skills, because let me tell you, I've never put an NG tube in. I have only put in one IV, I've only put in one Foley, and I've only straight cathed one person. So if I were to specialize and let's say go into peds or something, I'm going to put an NG tube on in a child for the first time. I plan on working on my med surg floor for a little bit, and then I plan on specializing. Granted, I really don't know what I want to do, but that's like the cool thing about nursing is because I don't have to know 100% what I want to do. I feel like I've been doing my base forever. I'm so sorry. I've been fully virtual online for about a year now. Initially, in the beginning, I was like, I absolutely hate this. I don't want to be online. And then I found my groove. I'm thankful enough that I do have like a space to where I can be online. Like I have my own desk, I have my bookshelf, I have like my little area where I do homework. It's also nice too because my teachers record the lectures, so I use that as a study resource to go back and study for the exams, which helps as well. I remember when I first started nursing school back in 2017, a lot of the students in my class would actually buy a recorder and record lecture. And I remember we would actually buy lectures off of other students from different campuses because there was this one professor that was like absolutely amazing, and we would pay for her lectures. When I was younger, I was hospitalized. I was put into a psychiatric ward for kids. I think I was like 14, 15, maybe 16. I was there twice, but they used art as like a huge thing for like therapy. And it helped me so much because I would paint and color, and I was so creative, and I feel like that kind of turned into makeup the older I got. It's just kind of cool to see that hobby evolve into something that more suits me at my age now. So that's why I love makeup, because to me it's like a form of therapy. I'm not sure if I mentioned this already, but today I took my final exam in my peds class and I did all right. I'm just so motivated on moving on from this class because I feel like I have been in peds and OB, well, I have for 16 weeks. And for me, I don't want to deal with kids. I don't want to be a pediatric nurse. I don't want to work in the NICU. I don't want to work in the PICU. So it's been a really hard class for me. I had to really study in OB. It was a great experience, and I had one of the best clinical experiences ever, but it just wasn't for me. So it was really hard at Chamberlain, and I know other schools do this too. They use ATI, which is supposed to be harder than the NCLEX, and you take these tests and quizzes and exams all throughout your nursing school experience, and they're supposed to help you pass the NCLEX, and that's why Chamberlain has such a high NCLEX pass rate. I have personally purchased all of the ATI books, and I feel like if you're a Chamberlain student or you guys use ATI in your nursing school program, it's so essential to purchase those ATI books because that book is literally what you're studying to pass the ATI exam. But definitely purchasing the books has helped me so much. I have all of them, and you can buy them for really inexpensive on Amazon. I've bought them used before. I've bought them off people from Instagram. I also think in nursing school, it's important to not compare yourself to others. I am a B student. I am not an A student. I have gotten A's before, but I don't get A's in every single class. I have a 3.0. It fluctuates. Sometimes it is a 3.4. Sometimes it's a 3.01. It just depends. It's important to not compare yourself to others because it'll make you feel like crap. Get a group of friends in nursing school that loves you and that supports you, and they could be in your class or they could be just like your best friend from high school. My best friend Melissa, I see her every single Wednesday, and she has been a constant force with me in this nursing program, always checking up on me. I get this question a lot on my Instagram, and people always ask like why I wanted to become a nurse. And for Chamberlain, in order for you to be accepted, you have to write this like lengthy essay about why you want to be a nurse. And I feel like my answer has changed since I wrote that essay. So I mentioned in this video already, I'll say it again, I was admitted into a psychiatric hospital when I was younger. I'm open about talking about that. There was this nurse there, and he was this large man. His name was Rockland, and he was just so gentle and calm. I bonded so well with him. And then when I went back a year and a half later, he was like, Emma, what's wrong? And like, he knew me exactly. So that was the reason that I said I wanted to be a nurse in my essay. Like I said, I think that that's changed since then. And I think it's because, one, I generally really do like science, and I think the human body is amazing and interesting. And also, I want to help people. I also work at the hospital. I have the opportunity as a nursing assistant to help people, and it's just amazing to see how you can transform somebody, like when they're super mean and irritated and agitated at the beginning of the day, and then you're sitting with them as a sitter or you're taking care of them and they're just so appreciative of it. Granted, I don't always have days like that. It's nice because I feel like I get more good days than bad days. Knock on some wood, because watch, I'm gonna say that and it's gonna be a crap show the next time I work. So I want to mention something because I think that this is important for those of you that work in healthcare. And if you're watching this video, chances are you probably are in nursing school or are a nurse or work in healthcare. So if you like makeup, this product right here, this is the Maybelline Brow Tattoo. This is amazing. Your eyebrows will stay on literally all day. I will sweat, I will swim, and they will still be on. So I always like to go back in with this and just kind of define my eyebrow a little bit more because I know it stays forever. You take it on the spoolie like this with an eyebrow brush, and that's how you use it. So you use it like a pomade. This is my best kept secret, and I feel like you will like it too. But it just really defines them, and it makes them last all day long. If you guys want to see more videos about makeup and like me talking about my favorite products and new products and that kind of thing, comment down below in the comment section and let me know. But going back to talking about nursing school, I really do miss being on campus for one reason. Chamberlain has this like out of the world sim center. If you're in nursing school, you know what I'm talking about. We have to do simulations where they're specific to what you're learning about. So for instance, I'm in peds and we've had pediatric simulations with disease processes that are common in peds. We've had to do them virtually, and it's kind of a joke when it's virtually, to be honest. When I was in my previous nursing school program, I did the sims in person, and the mannequins really sucked. So Chamberlain has these out-of-the-world mannequins where your tuition mostly goes to pay for them. I think we did one simulation on campus before they made us stay home due to COVID, and it was really fun. And it just sucks because we don't have those to use now. So a lot of us are bummed, but I know a lot of campuses, Chamberlain-wise, are doing these simulations in person, which is awesome. I also know that a lot of the labs for fundamentals and health assessment are back on campus, which is helpful because when I was taking fundamentals and health assessment, we were online. And if I didn't have previous nursing school experience, I would have been SOL because I learned how to insert a Foley catheter into a tequila bottle. during quarantine. I really miss the Sims. I really do miss in-person Sims. It sucks because they have this one model at Chamberlain and it's a pregnant lady and you actually assist with the birth. So like in your clinical setting, I don't know, but I didn't really assist with birth. I watched births, didn't assist with it. So in the simulation, you kind of get to be more engaged in a more like nurse-centered role, which is really cool. My OB rotation, like I mentioned before, was one of my best clinical rotations. And that was because I saw 5 births in one day. I was out sick with COVID, and when I came back, everybody had seen a birth except me. So my clinical instructor was like, I'm going to put you with this labor and delivery float nurse, and you're going to float with her as she catches the baby. Her whole purpose is when a baby is born, or when a baby is about to be born, she runs into the room and gets the incubator ready and gets all the medications ready and gets towels ready, so she'll catch the baby after it's delivered. She'll draw ABGs from the umbilical cord if that's required, and then she will clean the baby off, do the eyes and thighs, weigh the baby, and give it to mom. Like, so she's super involved with the birthing process, which is so cool. So that was such an amazing experience. I did a post on it on my Instagram if you want to see that. But I also have had these phases in nursing school where like I'll drink and then I won't drink, and then I'll go back to drinking, and then I won't drink, and I'm officially done drinking. I feel like when I'm not drinking alcohol, it's easier for me to focus on school and focus on like what needs to be done. So I'm going sober again, and I'm really excited about it because when I was sober, the last time I was sober for 6 months, I'm excited because of how productive I was the last time. I feel like when I drink, it decreases my productivity, and with my depression being bad right now, it's important for me to just get rid of all those other factors. I've gotten so many questions on my Instagram about how I stay organized in nursing school, and I feel like that can be a broad question because I sometimes don't feel organized in nursing school. So I feel very disorganized sometimes, especially when I don't know the material as well. Like, I felt very disorganized today when I was going over information for my Eaze CMS. So I feel like it just depends. As far as school goes, I feel like I'm organized because I have my weekly to-do list that I always talk about. I feel like having a weekly to-do list about knowing when stuff is due is like the best way to stay organized in school. Instead of just looking at the syllabus, I look at my syllabus, I look at the announcements, I talk to my professor, I talk to my classmates, so I genuinely do know what's due because I've missed things in the past and that's cost me to lose some points in the past. This is like this TikTok mascara and I'm trying it and it's not as good as I was hoping it to be. My favorite mascara of all time is the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect because it literally gives you false eyelashes without having to do all the work to put those on. I'm so ready to be over with this class. I know I've said that before. I have a virtual clinical tomorrow for peds. That's my last clinical. And then next week on Wednesday, I'll be on spring break. I don't have any plans. I'm just going to unwind and relax because this is my last break before I graduate. It's kind of exciting. I'm probably just going to find some Netflix shows and binge watch those and enjoy not really working. That's another question I do get asked all the time is how do you work in nursing school? Should that be a video or should that be a post? Let me know down below because it's just different for each person and it depends on your job and all of that kind of stuff. This is my finished look. My favorite makeup to do is like the simple natural glam. You can tell that I'm wearing makeup. I do go days without wearing makeup. I don't do this on an everyday basis. If anything, I probably do mascara and my eyebrows, but I have like 1 to 2, maybe 3 no makeup days a week. If you guys like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you comment down below in the comments section about what types of videos you'd like to see from me. Don't forget to also follow me over on my Instagram at Emma the Future Nurse. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!